If you answer yes to at least one of the aggravating factors listed in Section A or Section B, please proceed to Section C. C, sufficiency of the aggravating.
All right, we still got some more of him coming up. We got the video, we got the body cam, and we got some footage of him going through the crowd too, coming up shortly. But real quick, let's get into Ronnie O'Neal. This is his reaction to the judge telling him or talking about the rules or whatnot of the case, or the trial, I should say.
Aggravating factors. 1, reviewing the aggravating factors that we unanimously found to be established beyond a reasonable doubt in Section A, as they apply to Kenyatta Barron. We, the jury, unanimously find the aggravating factors are sufficient to warrant a possible sentence of death. Yes. 2, reviewing the aggravating factors that we unanimously found to be established beyond a reasonable doubt in Section B, as they apply to Ronnie O'Neal. We, the jury, unanimously find the aggravating factors are sufficient to warrant a possible sentence of death. Yes. D, mitigating circumstances. 1 or more individual jurors find that 1 or more mitigating circumstances was established by the greater weight of the evidence. Yes. Eligibility for the death penalty for count 1, Kenyatta Barron. We, the jury, unanimously find that the aggravating factors that were proven beyond a reasonable doubt in Section A outweigh the mitigating circumstances established Section D above as to count 1. No. F, eligibility for the death penalty for count 2, Ronnie O'Neal. We, the jury, unanimously find that the aggravating factors that were proven beyond a reasonable doubt in Section B outweigh the mitigating circumstances established Section D above as to count 2. No. If your vote to impose death is less than unanimous, the trial court shall impose a sentence of life without the possibility of parole. Dated this 25th day of June, 2021, signed by the foreperson. All right, I'm now going to poll the jury. And again, I'm going to do it by initials and juror number, okay? Members of the jury, we are going to ask each of you individually about the verdict that you have just heard. The question pertains to whether the verdict, as read by myself, was correctly stated. Beginning with juror number 1, initials LR. Do you, juror number 1, initials LR, agree that at least one member
Who got the shaking? Hold on, I want some shaking.
of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole? Yes. Juror number 4, initials MD. Do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 7, initials RC. Do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror 9, initials HW. Do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror 12, initials ME. Do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes.
Juror number 13, initials JP. Do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror 16, initials NS. I'm going to take that phone if it goes off again. Do you agree that at least one member of
They got phones going off. You remember that old ring?
the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes,
Juror 18, initials ES. Do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Juror number 20, initials AM. do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror 22, initials DV. Do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 26, initials KW. Do you agree that at least one member of the jury voted for a sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole?
Yes.
Enjoyed by jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about the jury's work. Although you are at liberty to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you are also at liberty to refuse to speak to anyone. A request to discuss either your verdict or your deliberations may come from those who are simply curious, from the media, from the attorneys, or elsewhere. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. Now, we've had this discussion about your identities, and I have ordered the media not in any way to disclose your identities, not your visual identity, not your names, and they will not do so. I've also put under seal your personal identifying information as far as names, addresses. Now, I don't want to mislead you that this will forever be locked down. If at some point in the future the media wants to get the information, they do have the right to come into court and ask for it pursuant to the First Amendment. So I just want you to know that, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I just want you all to be aware. On a more personal note, I really don't have the words to thank you all for your service. I really don't have the words. There are no tougher cases in our entire judicial system than the one you all agreed to serve on. Our entire community is indebted to you for your willingness to serve and for making these tough decisions in these terrible cases. And I just want to commend all of you. And we live in really such a polarizing time. And whenever I look and I see a jury such as yourselves, individuals from all different types of backgrounds, different genders, different socioeconomic levels, different races, it really, really reminds me of the faith that we should all have in the people of our community and the people of this country.
Y'all go sub up to Queen Slime. Appreciate you, Chop Diggy.
Hi guys, how is everybody?
Because you all come together from your various different backgrounds and experiences, and you work together to reach really, really difficult decisions on very difficult cases. So you all should go home tonight and feel extremely proud of yourself as citizens, because you've done an incredible service for all of us, and we are all so very grateful. So your jury service is now concluded. So you'll never again hear me say that you can't talk to anyone about the case. As I told you, you're welcome to talk to anybody that you wish to. You also can tell people, you know what, maybe some other time, but not right now. All right? Very
Survivor speaks in the building.
safe travels. I wish each of you the very best. Thank you.
All rise.
Lady L, what's good, family? Lady L says, hey, everyone. Appreciate you joining. You killed that song. Had to listen to it 5 times.
Okay, very good.
Shout out
Everyone
to
have
no
a seat.
one. Y'all
So,
go sub
Mr.
up.
O'Neal, even though the sentence is not in dispute, I am going to set your sentencing off, your official sentencing date, because I anticipate there will be post-trial motions, and I will hear those at the same time. I do want to let the victim's family know that I am also going to set off the sentencing date because I know the rules constrain you all with regards to the victim impact statement and what you can really or were able to say to the jury.
Look at that look. Look how he looking at him. Y'all go sub up to Tack Clouds on Instagram. Let me see. That's a real name right there. Y'all might want to put y'all nicknames inside the thing. Who was that? Let me know who that was so I can show you some love. Appreciate you, family. Somebody with the whoever just is that Allie? Is that Allie? I think that might be Allie. If that's Allie, let me know if that's you. Appreciate you, family. Y'all show some love, drop some slime umbrellas. Let me wait until the chat tell me who that was, because I don't want to say the wrong name and I don't want to say their real name. But I appreciate you, family.
I do want to give you the opportunity to really open your hearts and say whatever it is that you need to say. So I will give you that opportunity. How much time do you all need as far as getting your post-trial motions ready to go?
Steph JK. Jerome Street said, where the tracks at? You got the tracks, the new track?
What kind of time frame was your?
And I was asking,
Like 30 days or so.
where's that, I mean, you know, how you doing on that thing? Let me know how that thing working out for you that we was working on. Appreciate you, family.
Oh,
Okay.
Survivor
July
Speak says,
26th.
dang, every time I talk.
Mr. O'Neal, please, not now. Please don't start. July 26th.
Okay.
Does that work for you all in the afternoon? I understand, but I can hear you, and I'm trying to talk to your counsel right now.
Yes, we can do it in the afternoon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're going to set off sentencing. Does that work for the victim's family? July 26th at 1:30?
TikTok is down. Look, you see the wave his hand? Whoa, this dude wildin'. Yo, and another cash app from JT. Y'all show JT some love. Drop some slime umbrellas for JT in the chat. Appreciate you. I mean, some JTs and some umbrellas or something. I don't know. Whatever you want to drop. Just say thank you if you want to. Appreciate the support, family. Definitely.
So, July 23rd.
It's okay for the state, Your Honor.
July 23rd? All right. Then we're going to set sentencing for July the 23rd at 10 a.m. in the morning, and the sentencing will actually be in my regular courtroom, courtroom 10, over in the other courthouse. It won't be here.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the time again, Judge?
10 a.m. All right. Anything further from the state or from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
There you go. I like.
Okay. Very good.
I like them hundreds right there. I like them hundreds. Shout out to Jerome Street. JT with the hundreds.
Thank you.
All rise. Court's adjourned.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll do, yeah. But doesn't the order, I already did the order. It's gotta be that? Yeah. Okay, all right, that's fine. For now, just go ahead and do it, and then because the order may not get done today.
He's smiling and shit, bobbing his head. He ain't even tripping.
Yeah, okay.
That's mental. That's mental issues too. I believe you gotta have some mental issues to do what he just did. And we ain't even got to the worst part yet. It's coming up right soon, right now. Dang, I didn't know that thing was on there right there. I meant to edit that, cut that part off earlier.
Turned off. All right, very good. Everyone have a seat. Juror number 7, our foreperson. It's my understanding that the jury has reached a verdict as to penalty phase, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, please hand the verdict form to the bailiff. I'd ask the clerk to please publish the verdict.
Yes, Judge.
Yo, who is that sent the cash app? First name ALE, first 3 letters. Let me know who you are so I can show you some love. What up, Vernicia? I see you, family. Appreciate you joining. Shout out to Vernicia. Y'all show her some love.
State of Florida versus
JT.
Ronnie O'Neal III, case number 2018 CF 004019, verdict form, trial division 1. We, the jury, find as follows as the count 1 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder as charged. The defendant did actually possess and discharge a firearm causing death. We, the jury, find as follows as the count 2 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder, premeditated murder, and felony murder. The defendant carried, displayed, used, threatened to use, or attempted to use a weapon. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 3 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of attempted first-degree murder as charged. The defendant carried, displayed, used, threatened to use, or attempted to use a weapon. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 4 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of arson of a dwelling as charged. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 5 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of aggravated child abuse as charged. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 6 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of aggravated child abuse as charged. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 7 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of resisting an officer without violence as charged. So say we all.
Okay, my fault. Let me put some respect on your name. That was Just Lee. Also, shout out to Just Lee. Y'all drop Just Lee some love, some whatever we doing for the love, the umbrellas and all the other stuff. Show her some love. Appreciate you for the Cash App, family. Appreciate the support. Definitely helping right now.
Dated this 21st day of June 2021.
All right, very good. Thank you, members of the jury. So now that you have found the defendant guilty of first-degree murder, that means we will be going into a penalty phase. However, I'm going to give you guys the day off tomorrow, all right? There's some things we need to do as far as to get ready for that phase of the trial, which will begin Wednesday at 9 a.m. I anticipate that we will be concluded by the end of this week, so you don't need to worry about that, but I'm going to give you guys the day off tomorrow, all right? So you can go tend to your personal affairs, do what you need to do, and then we'll see you back here Wednesday at 9 a.m. Since you are still serving as a juror in this case, however, the rules still apply. You can't talk to anyone about this case. You can't do any research about this case. You can't watch, listen to, read any news accounts related to this case. And that will be the rule until I discharge you completely as a juror. All right? So with that, I think the pizza did arrive, so I don't know if you want to grab a slice on your way out the door, but there is pizza back there, and we will see you all on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. All right? Thank you.
I was on mute, wasn't I? My bad. I was saying shout out to JT, and let me put some respect on Just Lee name. Appreciate you. Y'all show Just Lee and JT some love. Appreciate the support, family. And yeah, he said pizza, Brooklyn. He said pizza. That's why the eyes lit up. I got to get better with that. That's something new. I need to set that up automatic or something. But yeah, appreciate the love, family, for real. It definitely helps. Every like, all that, subscribes, every dollar, every penny, it all helps. So I definitely appreciate y'all, family. Much love.
Okay, everyone, have a seat. So, Mr. O'Neal, now that you have been found guilty of first-degree murder, we now go into penalty phase. And as you are aware, it gets no more serious for any defendant in any criminal courtroom in this country than what you are facing now. I respect the fact that you chose to represent yourself, and I have to tell you, I think in another lifetime, you would have been an excellent lawyer. I really think that. You speak with great passion. I understood exactly the points you were making. I knew what you were attempting to get across in your opening statement, your cross-examination of the state witnesses, the direct examination of your witnesses, and your closing argument. Ultimately, your arguments were not persuasive to the jury, but nonetheless, I was able to follow exactly what you were trying to accomplish. However, as we move into penalty phase, I'm really going to strongly encourage you to consider allowing counsel to now step in and represent you. This is a much more specialized and rare area of the law that very few practitioners really practice in, as far as truly understanding the aggravating factors the state has to establish. And now you would have a burden of proof with regards to the mitigators, whether they're statutory or non-statutory. You've got to come up with proof by greater weight of the evidence that the mitigators actually apply. And you would have to come up with not just applicable statutory mitigators, but any applicable non-statutory mitigators. And I'm quite confident that your standby counsel would have a much better grasp on what those potential non-statutory mitigators would be. So I want you just to think about it overnight. I don't want you to make a decision right now. I want you to give it some serious consideration. All right? And we're going to reconvene at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we'll discuss it further, and you can tell me then. But I really want to strongly advise you to go ahead and let counsel represent you in the penalty phase, because the consequences are so serious.
We're starting first here at 6 with this boy's act of bravery after surviving the unthinkable.
I just saw my dad holding a shotgun and my mom, and mom screaming at him.
That little boy testifying at his father's murder trial. He's the son of Ronnie O'Neal, his father on trial for the murder of the boy's mother and sister, and also for...
They do got the boy's testimony too, if y'all want to go watch that, but I'm not going to play that here. But they got a little clip of it inside this clip, but I'm not going to play the full interview. So if y'all do want to hear that, it is available.
Trying to kill Ronnie, allegedly. Now, because he's representing himself, this creates the unusual scenario of the father cross-examining, questioning his own son. The man is accused of trying to kill him, and now he is basically questioning his son's testimony. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer is live at the courthouse in Hillsborough County. Aaron, even separated by video screen because the boy is in a remote location, this had to take incredible courage by this now 11-year-old boy.
Yeah, Chris, he was incredibly brave. He showed unbelievable composure in that remote location as he gave his testimony this morning.
I just...
Together and spoken to each other since that the attack on March 2018.
State, you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just saw my dad holding a shotgun and my mom, and mom screaming at him.
And your father had a shotgun. What happened next? What did he do?
My mom ran in my sister's room. My mom ran in my sister's room and terrified into the closet. And then my dad said, "Come in here and come kill the B-word."
Did you hear any shots from the shotgun before that?
Yes.
How many times?
One.
Was there a time when your mother was able to get out of the closet?
She was stumbling outside, and then I just saw my dad chase her.
What do you remember happening next?
My dad told me to walk around and say some words.
And do you remember what words your father told you to say?
Allah Akbar.
Allahu Akbar?
Yes.
Did he do something to your sister?
Yes, he hit her with an axe. And then he went in the garage, I followed him. He put me on the ground, and then he had his foot on top. I was laying on my stomach, he had his foot on top of me, and he was holding me down, and he was lighting a match.
Mr. O'Neal, any questions?
How you doing, Ronnie?
Good.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did you see me shoot your mom?
No.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes.
I did. And how did I hurt you?
You stabbed me.
It's the same reactions he's always had in life. It's the same reaction.
Damn, stabbed that little boy. And he lit him on fire too. Man, what's wrong with these people, yo?
Reaction that caused him to commit these murders. You guys just got to see it for yourself.
Kenyatta's family took the stand, able to speak from their hearts and tell O'Neal what they've waited 3 years to tell him.
So when you sit in that cell for the rest of your life, remember, you don't leave out until you're in a box. So when you sit in that cell every day, 24 hours a day, that scream, I want you to hear it. When she comes to you in your dreams, I want you to receive it. You know why? Because that was a child of God.
The judge also able to share her thoughts on the case, getting especially emotional as she spoke about Ronnie, O'Neal's 9-year-old daughter, and what he did to her.
At the moment, that first time you struck her with that hatchet, and little Ronnie testified that all he could see was tears coming out of his sister's face. At that moment, that child knew. She knew she was being betrayed in the cruelest, most tragic and sorrowful way that a child could ever be betrayed. She was being betrayed by her parent, the one person that should be there to protect their children and love them and keep them from harm.
O'Neal will spend the rest of his life in a jail cell without the chance of parole, a judgment Barron's family feels is a win, even if he wasn't sentenced to death. Afterwards, they shared videos of Kenyatta, who they call Kiki, and Ronnie for the first time.
Love yourself. Love yourself.
They say Kiki was a loving mother who went above and beyond for her children.
If somebody ever tell you you cannot do something, stay away from that person, because there's so many negative people out here in this world who try to make you be something you're not, to make you.
What happened with no one? What's going on, family? Let me know. You still here?
Be what they want you to be.
Her mother, Carrie, heartbroken and riddled with sadness, missing her daughter and granddaughter every day.
My family is my life. I breathe from my family. So now you got me gasping for air because you took my children from me.
It is so heartbreaking. It really is. We want.
Oh, okay. Email that to her.
That's fucked up though. He definitely he definitely deserve whatever coming to him, because he's doing way too much with whatever he was going through that night. And then he not remorseful at all. Like, he not showing no type of remorse for it. It's crazy.
So that's a judicial determination that you don't have to answer that, Your Honor, being a public servant?
Email that to her and print it off.
So that's a judicial determination that you don't have to answer that, Your Honor, being a public servant?
I was talking to my clerk. I didn't hear what you asked. The jury's coming in.
You heard what I asked.
I actually did not.
Come on, Your Honor. Come on now. We got to cut that out. You know you have to prove subject matter jurisdiction. You know that. You have to honor your oath of office. You know that.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. The defense may call its next witness, please.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to make sure I got the paperwork since I'm being rushed to judgment.
About the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Thank you. Please be seated.
Look, I just wanted to show y'all, look, he's supposed to be started at what whole time he digging all through papers, and really, I skipped past about 30 minutes or so. He was really there longer than that.
Just gonna start the questioning. I'm not seeming to find paperwork that I just had on the table for some reason, odd reason. The evening of November 21st, 2021. Do you recall what you were doing that evening?
I was hanging out with my friend Corey at Frame Park.
Okay, so this is the ex-girlfriend. He cross-examining himself, so just imagine how crazy that's gonna be. Like, the person that did all this to you, and then he come in court and he the one cross-examining you? Like, what the hell? What type of shit is that?
Everybody
Lady Justice is blind. Everybody can get it. Spoken to you, Mr. Darrell Brooks. You came out there at Frame Park and met me after Miss Corey separated from me with her friend. Me and you got into an argument.
Whoa. Pursuant to the question?
I am answering your question.
I was referring to the judge.
Look, he stopped her in the middle of her thing. He said, whoa, but he talking to the judge, though.
I
think that kind of got a little ahead of... I was referring to the judge.
I
think that kind of got a little ahead of...
Mr. Brooks, just I'll let you interrupt the answer and you can ask a follow-up. I apologize. I was instructing the clerk to turn up the volume. So go ahead, ask your question.
Same question?
Sure.
What were you doing the evening of November 21st, 2021 before linking up with the alleged defendant?
Hanging with my roommate at the time at Frame Park.
And what were you and your roommate doing?
We covered this ground during.
Oh, and just so you keeping up, when he refers to the alleged defendant, he talking about himself.
Her testimony previously.
Hanging with my...
Of November 21st, 2021 before linking up with the alleged defendant.
Hanging with my roommate at the time at Frame Park.
And what were you and your roommate doing?
We covered this ground during her testimony previously.
Objection. And grounds for... I object to that and grounds for the objection on behalf of the state.
Mr. Brooks, we did cover many of these topics previously, so if there's new topics, please go to those. I'll give you a little bit of leeway to lay some foundation, but go ahead, ask your question.
That's
the objection is from the state is overruled. Do you remember the question?
You asked me what was I doing at the park with Corey? Is that your question?
Yes.
We were drinking. I was drinking Mike's hard beverage.
Do you recall around what time of the evening it was when you and your roommate arrived at the park?
I do not remember. We left where we were staying a little around afternoon, a little bit around afternoon.
Do you recall having any phone interactions during that time when you and your roommate were at the park?
Phone interactions, yes.
Do you recall who they were with?
You.
What do you mean by you?
Darrell Brooks.
Do you recall who they were with?
You.
What do you mean by you?
Darrell Brooks.
He said, "What you mean by you?" Hey, who y'all think was the better lawyer, him or O'Neal? Who you think represented themselves better? But this ain't the worst of him. Don't get it wrong. This ain't even that bad on him. He did a lot more.
Is that usually the name you refer to the alleged defendant by?
No.
Would it be fair to say that during those phone interactions, there was a talk of you guys meeting up? Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Do you recall, to the best of your recollection, what time that would have been at?
No, I don't remember. It was throughout the day.
I'm sorry, are you making references to the phone conversations being throughout the day?
Yes.
And so at some point, would it be fair to say that you did meet up with the alleged defendant?
Yes.
Do you recall what time that was?
I just told you no.
Do you recall if you were still at the park during that time or had you moved locations?
Still at the park.
And was your roommate still present with you at that time?
No, she left.
I'm assuming, or let me back that up. Would it be fair to say that at some point during the meetup with the alleged defendant, things got a little chaotic? That'd be fair to say?
Yes.
And do you recall if at that point you were still at the park?
When we met up?
Yes.
Well, we were at the park for a second, then we drove around.
Where did you drive to?
Around, then me and you, Mr. Brooks, were arguing in the car. We went up this is a street, it's like a hill. Went up there, and then me and you got into an altercation. I got out of the car, walked back towards Frame Park.
Wait, again.
Hold on, she's answering your question. You asked her where you drove around. Go ahead. Finish.
Yes, ma'am. And then I was walking down the street when I left your car. And that's when you followed me, and I walked back towards Frame Park.
Hey, Facts, Chloe, you hear him? Talk about the alleged defendant. Talking about you, Brooks?
You're following.
Made reference to walk back to Frame Park.
It's alleged that you did the crime, but you definitely the defendant.
I don't know the exact street name. It was the walk back down the hill. I don't know the exact street name.
Did you at any time, sorry, did you at any time during your travels back to Frame Park, did you at any time notice that there was something going on in the area?
No. When I got to Frame, I was too worried about walking back to Frame Park. When I got to Frame Park after I left it, that's when I realized there was something going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I might do something a little later. I might schedule one of those, but yeah, I didn't schedule it for open panel tonight. Appreciate you though, Jerome. They were both their own worst enemy. Facts, FFS. All right, time for closing arguments, family. Time for closing arguments.
Mr. O'Neal, you need to speak audibly so that the jury can hear what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am, I haven't begun yet. I was talking to my father.
All right, hold on. Matter of fact, before we get to closing arguments, let's see. That's 1919. Let me see real quick. Let's play Old Girl Response real quick since we just heard him before we get to closing arguments.
He tried to make it seem like it was all about me. When you kill people, you killed them, but you want to make it about me. He drove up farther more, and then that's when I jumped. It was on the up the hill. It was farther more, and then that's when he hit me, and I jumped out of his car. Well, his mother's car.
Where were you sitting when he hit you?
The passenger side front seat.
Where was he sitting?
Driver's side.
What did he use to hit you?
His hand.
Was it an open hand, a closed fist?
Yes.
And she was also cross-examined by Brooks.
The second incident on November 21st did not happen on Frame Park. We were driving around and he hit me.
What I'm asking is where you were at when you met him.
Frame Park, yes.
That's not what you just said.
Yes. That's how Mr. Brooks knew where Frame Park is. He already knew Waukesha area in the first place. I'm the one that has a gash on my face, a broken finger still. My leg is still messed up. I have all these marks on me still from him. And it's like everybody's sticking up for him. Nobody understands what I went through.
Gotcha.
They don't understand it.
So that was another question that was on here since you brought up your leg. So when your leg, I'm going off memory because I didn't record our conversation. But the other day when you called me and we talked for 20 minutes or whatever, you mentioned something about a broken leg. Now, did Darrell break your leg before the parade?
He ran me over November 2nd. Yes, he did. I had the night before. I was working at Hotel Metro. I had got off of work. I went to go get me a room. I didn't want to go back to him because he's freaking crazy. Is what happened. So I got me a room all night. He was talking, calling me, talking, blah blah blah. Okay, and then the next day when it's almost checkout, because Darrell, I gave him the address. Like I said, you never know why you would, I gave him the address to the hotel. I forgot what hotel it was, but it was on Appleton in Milwaukee. He came there and knocked on the freaking door, took my phone, punched me in my face. I ran down the street. He kept following me. And then we went to the gas station, the BP gas station. They have a video of this, of what he did to me. It's a video. It got recorded. He punched me again. I was bleeding everywhere. I still have the backpack and the damn shoes that he ran me over in. And after he punched me, I walked away. I would never expect him to run me over. I walked away and he ran me the over. He got charged with that. We still have cases for that. Our next court hearing is, I forgot, it's December 18th, I think it is. December something, for when he ran me over. We still have cases for this, but they would not let me bring it up.
Hold on. So this is not over. Right?
No, it's not over.
Hey, that's a fact. Just Lee said, how they let them interrogate their victims. This is crazy. That's a fact.
the obvious, Erica Patterson. I want you to know, if you're watching, I always have love for you. You're one of the mothers of my children. I can never hate you. I refuse to go that route. Always have love for you. I always respect you. We got a beautiful daughter. I haven't always been right in the things that I've said, things I've done in regards to you. What I will say is, it always takes two.
Yo, this dude is crazy. Yo, all right, let's get back to that. Oh, hold on. Let me play this little news clip real quick, and then we'll get to that end piece. Appreciate y'all being here. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, tap in, share with a friend. We about to play closing arguments after this 1-minute clip.
Now convicted of murdering his girlfriend, Kenyatta Barron, their 9-year-old daughter, as well as stabbing and setting fire to his 8-year-old son.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all,
O'Neal took the unusual step of representing himself, often yelling at attorneys and the jury during this high-stakes murder trial.
I did kill Kenyatta Barron. But I want you to tell it like it is if you're going to tell it.
During a tense hour-long closing argument, O'Neal once again blamed government officials for distorting evidence, claiming they falsified a 911 call from his girlfriend. That call for help proving critical in the state's case against O'Neal, as Barron ID'd O'Neal as her attacker. After the verdict, Judge Michelle Cisco offered O'Neal a compliment for his efforts.
I think in another lifetime, you would have been an excellent lawyer. I really think that. You speak with great passion. I understood exactly the points you were making.
But then a warning, urging him to allow an attorney to step in and represent him as the trial moves into the penalty phase, where prosecutors...
All right. Last little piece. Let's get to the closing arguments then.
90 years, how that could...
Here we go, family. Hope y'all ready. Yeah, let me hit that
Mr.
real
O'Neal, you
quick.
need to speak audibly so that the jury can hear what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am, I haven't begun yet. I was talking to my father.
He said he was talking to his father. That's why she didn't hear what he was saying.
He showed you a fraudulent recording where they allege that I beat Kenyatta Barron to death. He talked about Mr. Khalil Brown, my neighbor who stayed across the street. But if Mr. Khalil Brown was a help to them proving me guilty beyond reasonable doubt, they would have called Mr. Khalil Brown. But I called Mr. Khalil Brown to be a witness for me. And I didn't ask him to lie about one thing that he saw that night. I asked him to tell the jury exactly what he saw that night. And you have to ask yourself why that is. Because he's playing a fraudulent damn recording of me beating Kenyatta Barron 15 damn times when that did not happen.
Sub up to late night.
And like I told you earlier, you will know the truth, whether in this trial or the next one. Better believe it. If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
All right, Mr. O'Neal, please stop using swearing language. It's not appropriate in a closing argument.
Now, he played a recording that was sped up. Why didn't you play the regular recording that people can understand what the call was saying?
Objection to the defendant asking me questions, Your Honor.
I'm going to sustain
I'm talking to people.
Mr. O'Neal, listen, please just keep in mind this is not personal towards the prosecutors. Please keep your comments directed towards the evidence and the law. Thank you.
Yeah. All these objections now. I know for a fact Kenyatta Barron's recording from her phone did not record calls sped up like that.
I'm going to object now. He's talking about facts, not in evidence of what he knows.
Again, ladies.
He said, I know for a fact. You know you can't say that. Yo, y'all is wilding in the chat, family. Y'all got me rolling. My bad. Let me play this.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you were instructed, the closing arguments are just that. They're not the evidence or the instruction on the law. It's just what the parties believe the evidence shows or does not show. All right? Thank you.
You heard Mr. Khalil Brown. You've been hearing me for 2 weeks now. Watch your mouth! You heard Mr. Khalil Brown. You've been hearing me for 2 weeks now, telling you that they committed criminal acts against me with the 911 calls and that fraudulent video that they just showed y'all. Now, I'm going to prove it to you. You heard Khalil Brown. He said that he...
All right, FFS and Jerome Street, y'all go to y'all corners now. Y'all go to y'all corners. We got to separate y'all. Appreciate y'all being here, family. What up, Texas T? What up, what up? Appreciate you tapping in, family. Much love.
He was actually sure that I only hit Kenyatta Barron 3 times. You heard. I called him to tell you that. I ain't running from nothing. They didn't call Khalil Brown to tell you that. I did. You have to ask yourself why that is. Because I want you to know the actual facts. I did kill Kenyatta Barron. I did kill Kenyatta Barron. But I want you to tell it like it is if you're going to tell it.
Opportunity to address the court. What, if anything, would you like to say, sir?
I do have a lot to say. I'm gonna like to stand up if I may.
Go ahead.
Oh, now he crying. What happened to all that he was talking on the stand?
Opportunity to address the court. What, if anything, would you like to say, sir?
I do have a lot to say. I'm gonna like to stand up if I may.
Go ahead.
Hey, you know how we do. We got to keep y'all entertained, Jerome. It's all love. We all good, family. FFS.
I apologize for taking so long. I want to start first by giving glory to to God. I believe in Jesus Christ wholeheartedly. I believe
They both from Jesus. They both follow Jesus Christ though. So I don't know if that relate to it, but that tell you something. I don't know.
that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. I believe that he was sent here by the Father to die for all of our sins. Everybody in this courtroom today, everyone walking this planet, mostly for those of us who will believe. I believe that he was crucified on the cross at Calvary, and he shed his blood on that cross, and he died, and he was buried, and that he rose again after 3 days to glory. Took his glorious place at the right hand of the Father. The Bible says that he was exalted, given a name that is above all names, so that at the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow in heaven, on earth, and under the earth, and every tongue shall confess that Jesus is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. It's not just something that I was taught by my family. It's something I believe in my heart. I just want to clarify one thing.